All that time I've been sitting here for half an hour showing nobody around, apparently, because it didn't finish connecting properly. All right, well, let's start the tour over again then, shall we? Let me get out my griffin here. Where is my griffin? Oh, did I not pick up the griffin? I don't think I picked it up. He's still sitting out in the yard. We will take the RG instead then. All right. So let me give you the bird's eye view first here. You can tell I've been doing a lot of work on the castle since my last stream. And I suppose I should say hi again. Hello, my fine feathered friends. I'm Songbird, and welcome to my channel where I make content about Ark and other survival games, especially building, and lots of tutorials and some modded gameplay. And we're just doing a very short little stream here today where I'm just going to show you around all the progress that I've made on the castle since the last live stream. As you can see, I've been having some technical issues. That's why I haven't been streaming quite all of the building, because yeah, the invisibility glitch continues. I keep flickering in and out of invisibility, and my graphics card is at 94% right now. It's just barely limping along here, but yeah, it is what it is. And let's start here at the front gates. Oh, hey, Ripper, welcome. So we've got our twin gates here and twin gate houses with lots of arrow slits so we can defend them. Got a double gate here for extra security. And yes, we do have murder holes above, so invaders can be trapped in there. And we can rain down death and destruction on them from above. And then in here, I've got the layout mostly worked out. I just have to finish actually doing it. But I'm going to have like a pathway that I'm just going to leave as the regular dirt, because I tried putting ramps and stairs and stuff and it just kind of looked weird, like it was just for people and not where you would take dinos or carts or whatever. So I'm just going to leave it as dirt, and I'm going to build around it on both sides. But this here is the start of what is eventually going to be a barn for some of the smaller gathering dinos. We can keep them in here. And got another wall out here that I was working on. Always got to try to think of the defense of the walls. Don't want people to be able to just stand down there spitting on it with an arthropleura or something. So we've got spots where you can shoot straight down or pour boiling oil on them or whatever. Hey, Emmett, welcome. And as you can see, oh, it's just getting a little dark. I continued the walls along here. I'm going to put more of the matriculation all and battlements and stuff all along the top here and finish filling it in down there as well. And then started work on another little tower in the corner here, which I'm probably going to put a ballista on the top of this, and hopefully the other towers as well. This one is not going to be a very high tower because I want it to be able to help defend against ships and stuff from over there, and also potentially to kind of help be a spot where we can kind of keep an eye on this entrance here, which I am planning on probably putting a behemoth gate across this, because this is a nice little way for if a ship lands there, it can go straight up here and be right under the castle. So we're going to put a behemoth gate across that probably and build some more protections up there. We got some little peasant houses and stuff down here. I'm going to continue some more walls. We've got the garden in this round building here, and another start of another round tower. And I have the ghost tree bug again, so yeah, like that tree's not actually there, but it thinks it's there. But we've got our garden in here, and I built a fountain in the middle, since you got to have a tap anyway to irrigate the crops. Figured might as well make it a decorative fountain. And I filled in on the crop plots with some decorative only plants from the Vegetation Planters mod, just to make it look more like, you know, a lush garden that's for pleasure as well as for growing food. All right, let's take you up here. I'll put you back in my pocket. And I need to put some stuff down because I'm a little over encumbered here. Yeah, everything keeps flickering in and out of invisibility. Here, I don't need those right now. What else can I drop? Let's drop those. There we go. Now we're no longer over encumbered. All right. And let's put, okay, that's the newest gear that I just got from my tribe members. I was planning on setting this up possibly as a little display, a menagerie display of different creatures, and put those creatures in boxes underneath. And so this is going to be a little antechamber, a little waiting chamber. In fact, I could probably... Let's put the pretty skins on it so you can... actually, that's a different skin for those. Let's put some windows on here real quick. All right, and then... I love the new cosmetic system with ASA. It just is so nice being able to change the look of things. In this way. Okay, come on, can I? Thank you. And then we've got Sandy's Variant Cycler mod here, and I can use that. You know what? Actually, for these ones on the ends, I want this skin instead. Ha, no. There we go. Okay, now let's... There's so many different variants of glass. I have barely scratched the surface, but let's do those short little windows like that. And then these ones, I can actually make them into very tall windows. Isn't that cool how Aaron and Crazy set that up? Oh, no. There. Oh, and the glass keeps going invisible whenever and everything else goes invisible. I don't know why it does that, but Ark being Ark. And then in here, we've got our great hall, our round great hall, where we've got our feasting tables, and we've got our fireplaces and a fire pit to give light and warmth. And we'll eventually finish the roof. We've got the high tables up here. And then on the side over here, we've got around this round room, we've got like another layer of walls here. So inside that, we've got stairway going up, and this is going to be all turned into suites of rooms for tribe members and nobility. So basically, you'll have two rooms with a connecting door. There'll be basically like a private sitting room and a bed chamber that are connected. And then I'm going to continue this up another level or two as well. I might keep it open through the middle though, and then do like a glass dome or something on the roof. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do with that. But hey Slayer, welcome, welcome. Yeah, there's so many weird bugs in ASA, right? Oh, Slayer says, Songbird, guess what I did to make me proud even though my new power box melted my laptop? Oh, wow. What did you do? And then let's see, what else did I not show this time around? Okay, this, I set up all the visual storage stuff. So I've got a pantry in here set up with all of the food storage. And then we've got, this is like a workshop area. So we've got smithy and forges and stuff. This is going to be also set up as a workshop in here with possibly some more storage and different workbenches for different mods. And so I'm going to be getting the beds out of here once I have the guest rooms or the rooms set up there. I'm going to get the beds out of there. But we've got storage for all of the basic resources here. I love visual storage, how it combines function and, you know, looking cool. You know, it combines decor with function. And all, because all of these things basically work as dedicated storages, but they're dedicated storages that actually make sense. You know, you've got a wood shed, you've got a thatch shed, you've got, you know, your metal storage and your stones and all of the different things. Then back here we've got our little kind of breeding area. Of course, not for huge dinos, but for smaller ones. We've got a hatchery and a nanny, and then this is set to pick up newborns. It's a dino terminal. And then I added a cliff platform here to give us a little bit more space for things that are growing up. I do want to paint it, though, so that it's a color that matches with the other stuff better, since I don't have a skin to put on it at this time. But yeah. And then this here, next to the pantry, this is our little outdoor kitchen. And ignore the ghost tree that isn't actually there. But we've got a pyromane sleeping by the fire, apparently. We've got our cook pot and our roasting fires. Sounds very yummy. I do have it, actually, Mean Ren. And some of the textures are actually from it. So this is the wood from the MSVV Vikings mod, and this is the stone from that mod, which I feel goes really well with the Castlecraft dungeon stone. It's very similar in color to the vanilla stone. It just looks rougher and kind of more rustic, so it's nice to have that as an option. And I've got the start down here of a little dungeon, got tiny little cells here with some chains on the wall. And we've got secret passages all over the place. So probably going to put, maybe I'll hide the torture devices in here or something. Hey, Mikey, welcome, welcome. Oh, I missed what you said there, Slayer. I just did calculations and found out my pudding cupcakes today only have 0.05 cups in each cupcake, but my kiddo still ate 8 of them, and they are very chocolatey. Oh, wow. That does sound like a lot of cupcakes, but, you know, chocolate is very good stuff, right? Now, Mikey raids me more often than I raid him, so I would not blame him at all for coming and trying to snipe viewers. But yes, I'm sensitive to gluten, but gluten is a protein that's in wheat and rye and barley. And yeah, glucose is the sugar that diabetics are sensitive to. Yeah. Cups of sugar in them, so not a whole lot of sugar, actually. That's pretty cool. And then, oh, over here, we've got another little round tower. Might put a ballista on the top of it or something. But I might put more storage or bedrooms or something. Still have not quite decided what to do with all of the different spaces. Still figuring it out. But I love this little stairway here with a roof, which you can't see anything because of the dang ghost tree glitch. But I got lots of arrow loops to shoot through. And up here as well. And we also have our matriculations where you can shoot downward to invaders at the bottom of the wall, or pour boiling water on their heads, or whatever. Empty the chamber pots on their heads. And dang trees. And it is definitely a maze, which I wanted it to kind of have that maze you could get lost in here kind of feel, which to me adds to the authenticity, because I kind of associate that with real castles, that, you know, only the people that have lived there for a long time could really find their way around very easily. Here we got a little pen for some of our gathering critters. Alrighty. Well, for the first 30 minutes or so of the stream, I wasn't aware that it wasn't working properly, Mean Ren, and so I was streaming to nobody. Nobody could actually see what I was doing. That's what I get for trying to use a different system than usual. But more secret passages. And all kinds of levels. We've got so much space here. We just need all of my tribe mates can move into wherever they want, pretty much. There's so many spots. But I've been having a lot of fun with building this, just kind of trying to make it fit the terrain and just trying to make it make sense in a practical sense, so that just gives it a feeling of realism that I really enjoy. So far, this is where this has been my bedroom here in one of the gatehouses. I'll probably be moving into the main building eventually, but for now, this is where we're at. And then over here, we're going to have more wall continuing, but some of this is going to be a barn for more critters. And Wolf Rider's house here, we're going to say that this is the stable master's house, because it's going to be right next to the stable. And we got our crane for unloading dinos. See you on your tablet, Mikey. Watching more than one stream at a time? That's awesome. Okay, let's see. What else? I think that's kind of most of it. This is Wolf Rider's house that he built that I think is really cool. I really like it a lot. And he even has his own little fountain. And this one, I just built the foundations so that if anybody wanted to, they could build their own little house here, but nobody has so far, so I'll probably just come along and build something there. And somebody built this little one just for cats, so we have a house just for cats. And wow, you are a very colorful cat. All green and blue and black, so we have quite the number of cats in here. And actually, you know what? I don't know who did this, but there is some furniture that we could actually even put in here, because I did notice that in Cozy Cabin's premium mod pack, he added some cat furniture. So there's some skins here for, let's see, you can skin the appearance of a single bed, bunk bed, decor boxes, walls, and floors to look like various pieces of cat furniture. So we could use that to decorate that house. All right, see you, Mean Ren. Yeah, I'm going to be popping over there. In fact, I already have it set up that I'm going to switch to the other stream, and I'm basically going to raid myself. So you guys don't have to do anything. You just stay put, and it'll automatically redirect you to the new stream, which I should be hopping over into. It was supposed to start 1 minute ago. Some kitty is not happy. Who is this? Okay, this is Tana, I believe this. So she's got quite the collection of kitties. Awesome. All right, well, let me take my character up here and stash myself away for now, and then we're gonna hop over to the A to Z series, where last week we finished taming the elves. We tamed a Leopleurodon, and that's the first time I've ever tamed one of those. And then we also tamed Lystosauruses, but the Lystosauruses, I've added a mod to there that is a lot of fun, that gives us an item that we can use to turn Lystros into skateboard Lystros. So you can actually ride them like a skateboard and jump and do flips and stuff. It's pretty awesome. So we're probably going to ride around a little bit on those, but we're going to be starting the M's today in our A to Z challenge, where we're taming all the creatures on the island in alphabetical order. So we're not necessarily doing strict alphabetical order in that, like we don't have to do all the M's in order, but we have to finish the M's before we can move on to the next letter and so on. Come on, where's some food? I need some food. But yeah, so tonight we're going to be working on Megatheriums and Megalosauruses and Microraptors. So we are heading to the Redwoods. So I will see you there. I'll be there in just a minute or two, and just stay right where you are. Don't go anywhere, and we'll start that other stream. So thanks so much, and we'll see you around. If you're watching this stream after the fact, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye for now.